Good morning, dear devotees and friends. Now, there's a welcome to our Upanishad again, the knowledge of the Upanishad. It is said that the Upanishads are the Vedas, because Vedas, they speak about the Brahman, and it is the Upanishad only who speaks about the Brahman. Upanishads are the Veda, and Veda is the basis of the Hinduism. Whatever we see in the Hinduism, it's a practice that has developed afterwards, but on the basis of the knowledge, and the knowledge of oneness. It is all one. And how it can be one when you see so many varieties? It says, inside every being, sentient, insentient, there presence, that consciousness is that one. That was discovered by the rishis. Now, that is the reason it is apaurushya. It has not been composed by some people, not from the intellect, but from the realization. So, apaurushya, the Sanskrit word, not composed by any human intellect. The Hinduism, it has no creator. So when you see the Hinduism, actually it is called the Vaidika Dharma, or should be Sanatana Dharma. It is our eternal religion. Why eternal? Because it is based on the eternity. So Sanatana Dharma. Swami Vivekananda preferred to call it as Vaidika Dharma. The Dharma, the righteousness, or the principles based on the Veda. So this Vaidika Dharma, it was revealed in the hearts of the rishis and the revelation of the truth. Now, after completing Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, last year, 2024, on the 8th April, we have started studying the Chandogya Upanishad. The light of the truth that reflect on every mind. Now, this is the line that we should remember. The light of the truth reflect on every mind. Rather, better to say every intellect. And that, unfortunately, we are engaged in so many different thoughts. And that is why we cannot understand that light. We ignore that light. So this is the problem, because our mind is turbulent, full with so many other thoughts. And that is the reason we cannot realize. But a few blessed one who control their sense organs, their mind, and their thoughts, they got that blessings. The revelation of the truth, it was there in their minds. So they are known as the rishis. We too can become rishi. We too can realize God. We too can see the truth. Only thing that we have to do, we have to control our mind, withdraw the mind from the external thought. That much. Now look at the life of Jesus. 2,500 years before, this young man, the 24 years old, he left the hearth and home, and he was a prince, he was married, but even then, he thought, no, I have to find out the truth. What he did, he went to a guru, got some instruction, and then he started practicing those instructions. What he practiced, he closed his eyes and withdraw the mind. He went into a forest so that his mind is not disturbed by the city life. So inside that forest all alone, he was meditating, and then ultimately he found the truth. Same thing in the life of Lord Jesus also. And they cannot say what happened the 12 years. He was missing somewhere. So we can understand that he was practicing the austerity. And some of the people, they say he went to India to learn it. And particularly, he went to Kashi, the Benares, the seat of learning. That was the place. And there is nothing wrong that some people, they are coming from India to learn physics over here under a guidance of some foreign teachers. What is there? It is knowledge only. The place and the teacher doesn't matter. Similarly, he went to India and then he learned it. And then he went to, they say, Tibet. And in Tibet, he meditated. And then he afterwards he came back. When he came back, he was a completely different person. Why? Because he realized the truth. But how they're realizing? Just by controlling the mind. That is the point. Swami Vivekananda, years together, he was meditating, 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 and then the revelation came. So the process is same all time, in all places, to all people. Only thing we have to withdraw our mind from the objects and to concentrate on that truth. And the moment we can do that, we get that truth. And what is the truth? Something which is eternal. Now that this is the problem, no one can say what is that truth. So truth means it is eternal. And that's why they named it Sanatana. Sanatana is my eternal. The Sanskrit word Sanatana is the eternal. Akshara, unchanging. But we have to understand they are trying to give us some idea about the goal for which we are studying the Upanishad and also trying to practice the spirituality. And what is that? It is eternal. It's not that newly created, eternal it is there. And then Akshara is stressing on it is eternal. At the same time, again they are mentioning Akshara. There is no decay in it. So you cannot say, oh, when Sri Ramchandra saw it, it was this baby. Now when I am seeing it, is a grown up. No, it cannot change like that. The same thing Ramachandra saw, and if I am blessed, I will see the same thing. No change at all. What the rishis of the old in the Upanishad, maybe 5,000, 6,000 years before, they realized if I realize that truth, I will see the same thing. No change, akshara. And another quality of this is vibhu. Vibhu means all pervading. It is not only in India, only in Europe, only in America, only in this group, only in that. No, nothing like that. Everywhere. And that is the reason the Hindus, they declared Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. It's a beautiful word, the beautiful sentence. He's addressing the whole world as his own family. This is my family. Vasudhaiva, Vasudha, this universe, my Kutumba. Kutumba is very close relatives. This is a word Kutumba. The many of the in the villages also the people they say Kutumba ishache. In Bengali they say Kutumba means very close relative they have come. Atithi are not my relatives. Atithi, anyone suddenly coming to my door and asking some food or something. So that is called atithi. Not tithi. It is not that he wrote to me and took a permission or fixed the date and time. Not like that. Suddenly it came. So atithi. So, and kutumba is very close relative. Maybe brother, maybe sister, and their family, like that, kutumba. Vashudhaiva kutumbakam, not atithi, kutumba. So Vashudhaiva kutumbakam, when he can say, because I see the same truth everywhere, all over. And that is the reason the Guru says, Tattvamasi. When I am a little bit confused, who am I? Why all these things are happening to me? Sometimes I am very happy, I am successful. Sometimes I am failure. So these problems are coming. Why this? Why that? Then the Guru says, Tat Tvam Asi. That you are. That means that consciousness, you are that consciousness. So when you are that consciousness, you have to find it out, that's all. Now, some people, when they join the college, maybe studying medicine, then the senior doctor will come, the professor will come and address them, doctors. They say, we are not doctors. You will be. They'll say like that. So when they address them as the doctors, because the moment you have chosen to become a doctor, your whole mind is thinking in that process, I am going to be a doctor. And the students, they will be always like those who are in the engineering, they will be maybe the construction and all that, and they will see any beautiful building or how they made it, and maybe this pressure was here, that is was there. So they'll be seeing like the architect, they go and take the picture and try to study. Other people, they go and they also take the picture, but they're tourists. They don't bother how they built it. But an architect will take interest. Why? The potentiality of an architect is there. He don't see the building in that way. He sees the building, how they designed it, how the whole thing, so much of wind is there. Maybe there is the earth is moving, then what, how they are calculating. So that is engineering. He's also seeing the thing, but in a different way. Similarly, those who want to become Brahmagyani, they should also see the same way. If they like to see or think and discuss in an ordinary way, they can never reach to the highest goal. Suppose I like to realize God, what I should do? Shall I go to the movie and see the movie? I can never realize God. What should I do? I should read the biographies of those who have already realized it. And then I will find what they have done. Mahajana Gata Sapantha. So this is the way I should. Those who are writing poems or writing some stories, they read a lot of books on that line so that they get the idea, they get the inspiration. So similarly, those who try to realize God, realize Brahman, if they go to a movie star, will they? Movie star is a very nice person. He can give you the lot of joy, but not the God realization. So you have to go to a particular person, and that is called Guru. In the Sanskrit term, Guru means one who removes the ignorance. And when he is removing the ignorance, ignorance means what? Oh, I am this body, and I was born in such and such place, and that family. Now I am going to die. This is my old age. That is untruth. That is ignorance. You are not that. You are just changing your clothes, that's all. You're covering. You are the truth. You are eternal. So that the Guru will say, Tat Tvam Asi, thou art that. And how it is possible that with this body, with this mind, which are temporary, which are constantly, every day, every moment, decomposing, it is dying, changing, how can I think that it is eternal? That is the technique. You have to understand that technique. And that is called the Guru will teach you, this is the way. And they develop 3-4 paths. The one is constant vichara. You have to go on analyzing every day, every moment. And that man came and he talked to me in this way. Why suddenly it happened? Yesterday, same person came to me, same person talked to me, but it was all right. Today, the same person, same time, in the same place, his words are different and I am not feeling well with that. Analyzing. He's not angry immediately. What is the reason? Am I expecting something more from that person and not getting that? I am angry or sorry? Analyzing. So this is a type of mentality. They will never react immediately. They will analyze. And then slowly, they will come to the truth. They'll first analyze. Then I saw that in a hard also. Aru, to body down. You're hitting down. So I thought the summer has come because 1 hour that has come. So I didn't wear the warm clothes. Now after reaching over here, I realized no, it is the beginning of the summer, so I have to wait. So this actually we are constantly. In Belur Math, we saw there was a very senior Swami. When I saw him, he was already above 80, and he was the manager of the Belur Math. Bharat Maharaj. He's as famous as a Bharat Maharaj. Swami Abhayananda ji. And any problem will come to him, he will look at the face of the person who is reporting to him. The Swamiji, there is a flood and so many things have come, and then he will look at his face, and because of the excitement, whatever he is telling, he won't get excited. He will listen to, and then he will look at his face. He will say, Acha, okay, you go and take rest. He will call somebody else. What happened over there? Can you please go and see? Oh, Swamiji, I was there. This has happened. Some differences are there. Then third person. And afterwards only he will take the decision. Not on the first, that person who came excited and gave the report. He will never act like that. Okay, I can say, no, all the fishes are going away because there was a pond and the extra water came from the Ganga and flood was there. The fishes are going away. Achha, fishes are going to Ganga only. Somebody will catch and eat. You are not good. No, don't get excited and no problem. Let me see. Let me see. So we notice that for everything he's calm and composed. It's quiet. Before me, one thing happened in the Shiva Pratishthan, that is called a hospital, Belur in the Calcutta, Ramakrishna Mission Hospital. The Swami Ji was in charge, Swami Gaunananda Ji. I was a brahmachari that time, a novice. I was sitting just in front of him. For some reason, I went over there. So he was on the other side. Suddenly, a few young people came and started banging on his table. And he said, because of you, I could not get my father's property. I was not knowing what is happening. Then afterwards, he came to know the two brothers, but the junior brother was not good. He was in a bad company. So father never wanted to give the property or the money to that son. But the senior son was good. So he took the care of the father. He brought the father to the hospital. And this junior boy came with his friends and he was requesting the Swami and sometimes frightening him, threatening him. I will go with a paper, take a signature of my father. That much. You did not to do anything. And no sin is going to occur to you. Only allow me to go to my father's bed and just a signature. That's all. But he said, your father will be all right. And he will come back. And when he goes back to the home, two brothers sit before him, take the signature, wait, wait, and wait. But father passed away. Now this boy, he lost everything. And he came and he was banging. I was a young man, so I thought, that shall I go and stop them? Then he understood my thought. He, with the eyes, he thought, no, you sit there. You did not to do anything. So I sat over there. So, and then in the meantime, his or other people, they came to know, the local police came and they took those boys. Then I asked the Swami, what happened to this boy? It's not at all good. He wanted the property of his father. But father told me, never ever allow my this son to come to me. I don't like to see his face before my death. So that is the reason I never allowed him to go. So how calmness when things are happening, but he is not immediately reacting. And that is called the control of the mind. When things are happening, immediately we react, but they won't do that. And that is called when you are going on thinking, this world is going on changing. I was born in such and such family. I am growing up. Now this change. All those friends, all those relatives, all those neighbors, They have all changed. So everything is going to be changed. So all new faces will come around me, and then one day I will also go. I do not know where. So I need not to be worried about all this. What I should be worried about? I'm not getting entangled. Because things are taking shape in its own way. Whether I take care of my sister or not, sister will be all right. And this will be all right. That will be all right. I should be very much careful that I am not getting entangled with through the emotion. That much of emotion that gives us pain. That is called the path of knowledge. And the path of devotion, they will get not entangled into that, but they will go to God and pray. Please save them, please help them, please protect them. That's the path of devotion. So there is someone which is God, which is all powerful. I cannot do anything, but I can go to God and pray. There is another. Third people, there's a yogi. They don't like to get anything of this. So they will retire into the forest in a secluded place, and all alone they will be trying to meditate. And whatever the thoughts that already was there, they'll try to remove those, and only one thought, the thought of God, they will concentrate. Karma yogi is a completely different. He's a hero. That's why Swami Vivekananda and also Bhagavan Sri Krishna, for the modern age, they told the karma yogi, karma. What is that karma? Helping others. Swami Vivekananda is giving the statement to realize God. The most easiest path to realize God is to help others to do that. Instead of you trying to realize God, better go out and tell others to do that. What happens? When I am telling them, I am reminding myself also. Don't tell the lies. I am reminding myself I should not do that. And done these, done that. All that, the way that one should realize God, I am telling them, advising them, and I am reminding myself again and again, and I should practice that. So, the karma yogi, thinking that God is alive and in different forms, the when the God is coming to me is not a patient, but the God wants to get my service. As a doctor, I'm going and checking the patient. No, he's not patient. He's my God. But he has come to me to get my service. So I should be careful. So that is the way, constantly remembering God, the karma yogi gets liberation. So the four paths that the Hindus have developed, this is unique. And the present day, Swami Vivekananda, because Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, in the present day world, it is devotion mixed with knowledge and applied with the karma that should go together. Because the Naradiya Bhakti, without devotion, ordinary people cannot move. And what the Narada said, Tad arpita akhila acharata tad vishmarane parama vyakulata iti. It means this is that. And what is that? Tad arpita akhila acharata. Tad means that God, the Supreme Being, you dedicate everything at His feet. Whatever you think, whatever you do, whatever action you are taking, offer it to God. At the same time, don't forget God even for a moment. Tad Vishmarane, when I forget God. Paramo Vyakulata, I suffer. Oh, how it is possible? I forgot my God. So this is the way. So that is the call Vivekananda's Vedanta. Vivekananda's Vedanta, he said, the abstract knowledge of the Advaita Vedanta, I will soak it in the syrup of devotion and fry it on the pan of karma and serve it in such a way that even a young man can digest it properly. The otherwise, the Vedanta means Tat Tvam Asi, Shankara's Vedanta, pure Vedanta. And but that application in the present day will be difficult. I am that Brahman, I am pure. Oh, this is good. Then I go to my office, earn some money, and go to this club, and I am Brahman. There's no problem. That is not that. Shankara never said that. That means that purity. But even not prepared, my base is not ready, I will misunderstand Vedanta. That's why Swami Vivekananda's Vedanta is applicable for the present day. So friends, this Tattvamasi, you must know yourself, then also said Atmanam Vitti. The Atmanam Vitti, know thyself. The Upanishads helps us to understand the self. The Upanishad, Upa, Ni, Sat. Sat means that which is eternal. Sat. Now, Upa, very close to that. It takes us to very close to that which is eternal. How? By giving different examples, by giving different stories, telling stories. And by that way, slowly, we reach to that height. This is the Upanishad. We know that we were having the story of the Upakoshala. After 2 months, perhaps many of you forgotten, I too forgot the name of this person. Then today morning only I saw in the Upakoshala. This Upakoshala is a disciple of the Rishi Satyakam. The same thing happened in the life of Satyakam. And he tried to test his best student in the same way. How is that? Ignoring him. Satyakam, he never knew what is his father and the family tradition. So obviously, he went to his mother, young boy, Mother, now it is my age, I like to go to school, but tell me, what is our tradition? Mother told, I do not know. Usually tradition means the father will go to a school and then bring all those, the tradition of the school. And that's called Gotra. Nowadays we will Gotra, same. And his mother told, see, my name is this, Jabala. And you better go, whatever I learned, I taught you. You better go to a teacher and say, you are the son of Jabala, and your name is Satyakam. This young boy went to the teacher. When he asked, what is your tradition? Who is your father? The family name? He said, Jabala Satyakama. My mother is Jabala. Whatever she taught me, that is my learning. I do not know anything else. The others were laughing. Oh, that is not the way people say. But the teacher appreciated that. It was the truth, not hiding anything. So, what is the essential thing to start our journey for Brahmagyana? Truth. Satya Vachan. That is the first thing. We should not hide anything. This is the weakness, and this is the other things. This is the Satya. The truth is the first thing. So when the Upanishad tells this story, actually it teaches us. Why suddenly they are giving that story? Giving the idea that to learn and to know and to realize the Brahman, the first step should be Satya. Why Satya? Because I'm not afraid of the social things. We are afraid of social things, so social norms. Now, look at the life of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. He is going to a very famous person, and Devendranath Thakur, the father of famous Rabindranath. And they were very rich people. Devendranath, all, they are very, very rich people. They were having 2-3 ships. That's to sail from Calcutta port to London, and like that. You can imagine, so rich they were. Even now, if you go to see their houses, so many, hundreds of rooms. They were how many? That means so many people were there to attend them. That is. Now he is going to meet him. Why Sri Ramakrishna going to meet him? Not for donation, but to see, is that person spiritual? Because people used to talk about him. Nowadays, he don't live in his house. He is living on a houseboat on the Ganga and separating himself from the family, all this. And in a houseboat, he is meditating, praying, singing, all that. So Sri Ramakrishna got interested to see him. When he is going over there, he never thought that he will hide his own the profession. He was not even attended school, and he was not having any property. He was a very poor man's son. But he told, no, I cannot hide it. The same thing I will go. So they were thinking that they should have some, the proper dresses and all that. You know, that I cannot. Whatever I am, I will go as it is. The first time he went, and second time, his father, Rabindranath's father, told, don't bring him because he doesn't fit with our society. He's a humble person, not having the proper dress. You know, if you go to aristocratic family, aristocratic society, they have their dress code and all that. Sri Ramakrishna told, okay, no problem for me. They're not hiding anything. His disciple was another landlord. If he had said immediately, he could make different dresses and familiar to all those families and societies. But no, this is me and I will go like this. The truth is the first thing. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna asking a young man, will you please visit me at Dakshineshwar? A man like Vidyashagar is a very renowned person. He said, sure, I will come. But he never didn't go. He simply said that. He didn't mean it at all. Another person, he was also a spiritual leader. He also said, I will come, but they didn't come. They didn't keep their words. But Sri Ramakrishna was not very happy. So why I am telling these stories? Before we start understanding the Upanishad, the Veda, and the Brahman, these are the basic thing. And the most basic thing is the Satya, truth. They never kept their words, though they promised, I will come. Simply they said like that. But Sri Ramakrishna did. Once it comes out from your mouth, that is a promise for you, and you have to keep that. Sure, I shall come, and you must go. But the Vidyashagar didn't do that. And another, Shivnath Shastri, he was also a spiritual leader, Brahma Samaj. He didn't come. Sri Ramakrishna didn't appreciate, but appreciated that young boy, Narendranath. When he asked, Naren, will you please visit me? Sir, I will try. I do not know whether I will be able to go or not, but I shall try. Sri Ramakrishna appreciated that. And no hiding. And actually what? So basic is the truth. The Vedanta start with the truth. And that needs a strong character. So when we are going to disclose, we are going to tell the truth, needs a very strong character. Otherwise, it is impossible. So it says the Satya Kama, so the truth. Guru did not give him the certificate of the completion of his study. Satya Kama, he tried to, the same process that his guru applied on him to the Satya Kama. When he went to learn, his guru said, you better take these cows and go to the jungle, and when they become 1,000, come back. Maybe 100 cows, and take them, and when they grow over there 1,000, then come back. And he went, and the cows are grazing. Then one place they go, they finish the grasses, they move. And that way they will be, he went far away from the ashrama, living all alone. And we can understand that he was not carrying the tent as these people do. Wherever they go, they carry the tent and all this. That's nothing was there. How he was living? When in the rain, in the breeze and the cold wind, how he was living. We can imagine how difficult it was. And how he was arranging the food for himself. How difficult it was. But he came as a student. He could think, the Satyakama, he could think that because I am poor, because I don't have a tradition, because my parents are not rich and having the tradition, my guru asked me a menial job. Instead of teaching me the Upanishad, asked me to take the cows for the grazing. But he didn't think in that way. Friends, here, when we are getting we think that it is insult, or we think that it is a failure, we can take that failure, take that insult as a power and can become successful. Instead of constantly brooding over the insult that the guru did, or constantly thinking why he did, while other students, they are so happy staying in the ashrama studying, why the guru asked me to do this? He thought, this is an opportunity that I am all alone. Let me develop. And what I should do? I should observe my mind. What is the study? Nothing but observing the mind. So he never knew anything. But whatever little tradition, the teachings, he got it from his mother, he applied that. He started meditating, meditating, meditating. And after the 1,000, one bull came and told, now Satyakama, we are 1,000, we can go back. How it is possible? It is possible. The nature is alive. Not that the bull is coming and telling. You are understanding within your own mind. And as if the bull is speaking, you hear from that. So he told, okay, let me go back. And when he came back, his teacher was so happy. Otherwise, had he been thinking, why this insult to me? I will never go back to my teacher. Rather, I will sell these cows and start my life in a different way. He never thought in that way. So what is my point is this: when we get failures, when you become failure, when you get the insult, when you feel that we are not having friends in this earth, instead of that is a tremendous power in the mind. Instead of wasting on brooding over that, crying over that, if we can utilize that force, we can reach to the highest. Another example of that is Nachiketa. His father also, before everyone said, you are of no use, you go to Yama, go and die, he said. Of course, nowadays, it will be reported as inspiring for committing suicide. Father will be arrested. It's nothing like that. He said, why I should go to the Yama? After the death only people, they go over there. I have a lot of qualities. Why the father is telling me like this? So he started thinking, okay, no problem. Once the father has said, I should observe. He started his journey, went over there, impressed that Yama. And how he impressed? First, he prayed for the happiness of his parents, his father. Because though the father asked him to go, then afterwards he was repenting. Oh, you should not go. I didn't actually mean it. He said, no, once it has come out, you must keep the word. Then that force took him over there. And 3 steps, that is the unique way he became successful and became eternal people. All the time, remember not his father, but him, Nachiketa. What was his father's name? Very few people know. But Nachiketa, everyone knows. Why? He utilized that insult as a force and reached to that height. So here, Nachiketa, and you know how the Yama also told, he said, my father should be happy, and when I go back, my father should recognize me. Not that I am dead. Well, those who go to the house of death, they are dead. No, I am going back. I have come on a mission to teach you, to learn and all that. So I am going back. Yama was happy. Okay, no problem. Second, what? And he said that for everyone I like to pray some process by which they will be happy all the time. And I heard in the heaven, people, they are very happy. How to go to heaven? The simple process you must tell me. Well, I can tell you, but you have to remember each and every word and then tell me back. If you can do that, I will give you the boon. and verbatim. That means the concentration, we can imagine. The Yama is going on narrating the yajna, and every details he remembered when he was going on telling, and he was remembering that. And when Yama told, repeat it, verbatim, he repeated. And he got that boon. And third boon about the Atman. We have already read that. So this is in the Kathopanishad. Look at the life of Arjuna. And Arjuna, despondency, he was thoroughly confused. What I am going to do? I am going to kill my all relatives, my friends, my brothers, my teachers, only for a piece of land to become king. And that too, I am not going to become king. My elder brother will become king. So that the tradition was the elder brother should be the king, other brothers will support him. So I am not going to be the king, but I am going to kill these people. No. I should not. And that was they have already gathered. In those days, they used to come on the field, open field, to challenging face to face. It is not pushing a button, sitting over here and then destroying a few thousand miles. No, that is not. That is cowardice. Why should you fight like that? Go and fight face to face if you have the courage and the physical strength. No. But this Arjuna, when he was in that condition, what he did, this is really one thing we should learn. He was crying and he was arguing and he was thinking that he is going to fail. Then he surrendered to God. Shishyasteham shadimam tam prapanyam. The same insult, same fear, the same fear of losing. And then Lord told, see, if you are doing this, people won't appreciate. They will never say, look at him. He never even thought about his kingdom. He gave up the whole thing and then left. They'll say, he's a coward. He cannot be considered as a Kshatriya. He was a coward. All through, people will give the example of cowardice as a Arjuna. Do you like that? So that was the pressure. And then what he did, he first tried to understand that, but he could not. Then he surrendered to God. Same power, if we are surrendering to God, please help me. God started helping. And we find the same Swami Vivekananda statement. And Vivekananda said, I blessed my failures. Why? Because of that, I could rectify myself, and then I have reached up to this. Friend, when we are studying the scripture, we should not miss these points. The many times we feel, oh, we are failure, we cannot do anything. But here it says, no. So, Brahmavidiva samyate mukham bhati. When his teacher came back, and this boy, when his teacher left, all were given these certificates. After the graduation, they were so happy returning back. Only one student was left. Even the wife of the teacher, she felt for this boy. He was perfect in everything. How come that you are not giving the certificate? And he was never allowed to go to that function. And the graduation program, everybody was enjoying. And the best student, he was not called. Not only that, the teacher never looked at his face. And when his wife also requested on behalf of the student, he said, no, I am not going to give. I have already decided. So tremendous insult, you can imagine. All the friends, they're all leaving, all happy. Now only one boy was left in the whole hostel. Even the guru also left on vacation. And what he did, angrily he left, or he was crying or complaining, nothing. There must be something wrong with me. That's why the guru didn't accepted me as a student. I must rectify myself. And how I can find out the fault? He started meditating, praying, studying, and spiritual practices. After a long journey, when his guru came back, and when he was doing that, friends, one thing we must keep in mind, and very, very simple thing to become God ourselves or realize Brahman ourselves, becoming Brahmavida is nothing but withdrawing the mind from the objects, worldly objects, and concentrating in the mind. That's all. This boy, about whom we are studying, he too, the Upakoshala, he did the same thing. When the guru left, he was all alone. And the mother there, and the asrama, the wife of the guru, she told, please come and take some food. He told, I am not worthy to take food. I won't take food. Because taking food means then I will sleep and all the no. I should give the punishment to my body and the punishment to my mind. And he took very little food and water and meditated, meditation, prayer, like that continuously till the Guru came back. And when the Guru came back, what he saw? He saw he has already realized the Brahman. He already realized that knowledge. So he said to him, all these obstructions that he was getting, insult that he was getting, oppression that he was getting, all these things, he made a tremendous power and forced him to reach to that. And the Guru came, seeing his face, immediately recognized, Brahmavida iva bhati, like a Brahmavida, like a knower of Brahman, your face is shining. What happened to you? He said, I was meditating. I was trying to find out my fault. I was rectifying myself. And now you taught me how to perform the yajnas. So I was performing the yajnas. And the yajna, the fire told me, hey, you are purified. Achha, which fire told? This fire, this fire, this fire. Every day he was lighting the fire. There are 3 types of yajna. But anyway, all these fires, they told you are purified. Is it fire? No, it is himself. He could feel. And what is the purity? Joy. How I will know that I have realized Brahman? How I will know that I have realized God? How I will know that I have perfected myself? Tremendous joy. And no fear at all. No fear and a tremendous joy. And the joy, the happiness depending on nothing, no object. When the people, they come and appreciate, then I feel joy. But that is not Brahma Jaya. That is not the happiness of the spirituality. The spiritual joy, it comes from within. It depends on nothing. You are feeling that. And when you are happy, contented, fearless, that shows on your face. You're completely free. You're not depending on anyone. And you don't want anything from anyone. You can understand the glow that will come on your face. So, the person who is successful in the election and the person who could not, both of them are giving the interview. If you notice their face, a few days before, he was a successful man. And after that, in this election, he could not be successful, but he is handing over the church. Both of them in front of the camera, look at their faces because of the success, the beaming. And this is completely different. I have realized Brahman. I am completely free from fear. I do not care for anything. And constant joy, the happiness, the wailing up within me. So the teacher came and told, Brahmavid Eva, like the knowers of Brahman, Soumya, oh dear, your mukham bhati, your face is showing the beaming with joy. And he told, no one actually taught me, not that some other teacher taught me. It came from within. He was successful. And then in the last verse, it says, the same chapter is the fourth chapter, it says, these Brahmagyanis never care where they're dying. The many people, they think that we should die in Benares. Hindus, they think if they go and die in Benares, they will be liberated. And that's a conception, and that is truth, because it has been supported by Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna also. But the Benares means which part of Benares, how close to the temple, we do not know. But anyway, people think in that way. And when you go to Benares, what do you do? When you go to the Kashi, what do? Do you think I am going to die any day? So I have to realize Brahman, I have to realize God, I have to get the blessings of the Shiva. So I pray to Shiva immediately after getting up from the sleep, before going back to sleep, and I constantly thinking of Shiva because I am thinking I am going to die, and when I die, Shiva must bless me. What happened? You forget the world. You forget all your relatives, and you only think about the Lord Shiva. And Shiva reveals. This is very unique with our mind. The moment you think that this is I am going to do, you can do. Tremendous power in the mind. The revelation of the God, the revelation of the Shiva, blessings of the Shiva, everything comes from here only. And when you are bathing in your own bathroom in America, and when the shower, putting on the shower, and when the water is coming on your head, and you are thinking that you are standing under the water from the Gomukha, the water is coming over there. The Hindus, the holiest of the holy place is the Gomukha. And from the water pouring on that, people, the Hindus, they all dream to go to Gomukha, to take a bath. And you are standing and you are thinking, oh, Gange Chagamuna Chaiva, Gadavari Saraswati, Narmade Sindhu Kaveri, all are coming on me. I am taking bath in Ganga, Jamuna, Godavari, Saraswati. You are taking. Because it is your mind. So that mind has gone to that. The holy place, if you are thinking, I am going to the holy place, you go and take bath, you are taking the bath. Because it is the mind. But physically you have gone over there, then you are thinking, oh, I left my shoe and the dry clothes over there. One should not take it. There are so many other people. If they are taking then what will happen to me? So you are looking at the clothes and the shoe and taking a bath. Where is your mind? Not on God, but on your shoe. So what will happen? After you get up, you get your shoe and you are satisfied. Not the blessing. So it is mind, not the body. And constantly we have to understand this. This Brahmagyani never bother about where they are going to die. Whether people are taking them with the flower and putting them, they don't bother. Because they don't have any connection with the body at all. It is the mind, the purified mind. So friends, we conclude with this. We will continue studying the Chandogya Upanishad. It's a unique Upanishad which gives us the very clear idea about the Brahman. And we have to understand it is our own mind. It is our own thought. And that should be purified. What is the purity? Not thinking about the world. Then how will you survive if we don't think about the world? It is nothing like that. It should not be attached to that, thinking, without these I am going to die. No, that should not. Otherwise, it is okay. As long as I am there, I have to perform my duties, I have to earn my money, I have to support my family. You are going on doing that because that is your swadharma. That is the religion you should practice. And after that, some people, they ask me, how you get so much of energy to go on giving talk? That is my dharma. What else I can do? That I am supposed to do. I am getting food, I am getting clothing, I am getting every support for what? Only for two things, practicing and propagating. That's all. I am practicing dharma and then dharma palan, dharma shiksha. That is the whole thing. And if I am thinking, no, I won't give any all these things, only I will go and sleep and then these, that is a different thing. You are not actually doing the right dharma. For a sannyasin, it is always to inspire people to follow the righteousness and in their weaknesses to guide them. They cannot help. How a sannyasi can help? But inspire them. They can't do that in the name of God. So dharma should be practiced and no attachment for that. You know, the one of our center, the one lady, she is from Chinese lady. She came to Vedanta Society and she told, hey, I observe that you people are very good people. I will give you $3 million. Why? Because I'm going to die. Doctor told me that I'll be dying after a few days. So what I'm going to do with this money? All people will come and they will take my bank will take away. I like to give to those people. So I was observing who are the good people. For last whole year, I observed that you people are good people among all this. So this is the way they do. What is that? No attachment. I'm going to die. I will give it to you. And then she told, I was born in China. I'm going back to China. And I would like to die in the place where I was born. So she went there. So how you will explain this? All through their life they earn and then they give it. No problem. So this is the way we should live our life for others. Thank you, friends. Is there any question?
One question. Swami is asking, according to the Shastras, we are not the doer. How can we be responsible for either success or failure? These all gods. Society wrongly gives us credit or blame.
According to Shastra, but what about you? Whether you think that you are doing or not. In reality, Shastra means reality, I am not the doer. But do I know that? I always feel happy when the people are appreciating me. And I feel dejected when people are criticizing me, isn't that? When this too is happening, that means you are the doer. And obviously, you have to take the either good or bad effect. If you have read the Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna's story, then one Brahmin, and is a very nice person, he developed a flower garden. And people started visiting and appreciating. Oh, this is a beautiful tree, this is a beautiful. And he used, I planted that, I did this, I brought it from there, and it took long time to grow. Like that, he used to take all credit. Then one day, a cow came, and cow was also appreciating, not by seeing, by eating. So he was also appreciating the flowers. Oh, this flower tastes good. Perhaps, I don't know. But that way, and this man became mad. Oh my God, the cow is destroying my flower garden. He bet the cow in such a way, the cow passed away, died. Now, killing a cow is a sin. And the sin came to that Brahmana. And Brahmana was very intelligent. He told, hey, it's not my sin. You know, this hand is working and the leg is working. All my limbs are working because of the Indra. The Indra is the god of our all these limbs. Then go to Indra. Why Indra used this hand, took a stick and hit like that? Indra only. The scene went to the Indra. Indra told, is it? Okay, good. Come. I will just taste a little and then I will accept you. Indra came also as the person, human being, and then he was appreciated. Oh, wonderful. Oh, and he was going on. Yes, I did it. Yes, I did it. Then ultimately reached to that corner where the dead cow was lying. Then the Indra told, who killed this cow? Then he was thinking what to say. Indra took his own form and said, if you have taken the credit, you have to take the sin also. That, dear friend, your question, if you are completely dedicated and never accept the appreciation and you need not to take the criticism also, you are free. God will take care of you. Thank you then. Okay, friends, let us pray, say that Shanti 3 times. Om Shanti, 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 Harihi Om, Tat Sat,